YouTube family, thank you so much for tuning into my channel and welcome to On Brand with Brandie, where we do in-depth reviews on some products from popular brands. Today I am so excited to be bringing you a video on my new Shark cordless pet vacuum. This is the model WZ240. It is purple. I got this vacuum on a great sale for $144. Typically it retails for $250. You can also shop around. They've got quite a few different deals. They also have some different variations. Shark has a brush roll that includes silicone flexible PowerFins. These are flexible silicone fins that dig deep into carpets and directly engage the floors. They give you continuous cleaning contact, and they're engineered to pick up more hair with no hair wrap, which at the end of the day means that you are going home with a self-cleaning brush roll. Let's say that again, a self-cleaning brush roll. No more taking your little tool and cutting all of the hair that wraps around your brush out to clean it every time you use it. Another thing about those fins is that it eliminates the cleaning gap that you typically see when you use a vacuum that has bristles. The self-cleaning brush roll has powerful Shark suction, which pulls debris and hair. It has center channel design, which directs hair and debris to the center of the brush roll, and it has deep clean functionality where hair is sucked up into the dust cup, leaving the brush roll ready to deep clean. This vacuum has an extra large dust cup with capacity to tackle big cleans and store more debris. That was super important to me because I wanted to make sure that I could tackle big cleaning projects without having to make continuous trips to the trash can to empty the dustpan. Another really neat thing about this is that the dustbin actually has a clean touch dirt ejector. So you don't have to get your hands dirty. All of that icky dirt, grime, dust, cat hair, dog hair, anything that you have in your dustbin can easily be dropped right into the trash can without you having to touch it at all. Now, I don't know about you, but I hate sticking my hand in that dustbin and pulling out the clumps. It does all the work for you. The last thing I want to make note of before we jump right into the unboxing and the testing of this bad boy is the suction power. The Shark's high-speed brushless motor has powerful suction on carpets and floors, and we'll be putting that to the test. It is a very nice, right off the bat, a very nice purple color. I do love that color. It's just kind of like a royal purple, I guess you would say. Let's go ahead and start taking these things out. It does come with two attachments. It comes with the crevice tool, which is really nice for getting in between the cushions of your couch, or even if you maybe take it outside and use it in your vehicle. And then it also has this little kind of duster attachment onto it. This is really good for your upholstery, your couch, your dining room chairs if they have like fabric cushions. It's kind of a universal tool there. Charger. Now this one, I read online that it does not have a removable battery. So this one you actually have to fully charge on the actual unit itself before using. So that is kind of something that if you have like a larger home, or if you plan on doing some heavy carpet areas, to keep in mind. You might have to break the project up a little bit so that way you can recharge. It does say that it has up to 40 minutes of drive time. So if you're using it without the attachments, if you're using it with the attachments, a lot of the reviews that I saw kind of clock it at about 26 minutes. So, you know, you can kind of plan accordingly there. So this is the main event. This is the star of the show. The vacuum head with this special patented silicone fin. If you'll see, it has a mixture of these soft brushes as well as these silicone brushes, and that's supposed to help your hair from getting wrapped up in there. I do have long hair and I do shed a lot, and I also have 2 cats. So I noticed that a lot of the times if I'm not constantly cleaning this after each use, that mine will get clogged up with hair pretty quickly. So anyway, so that's kind of neat. It's not too heavy. I'm pretty impressed by that. And then I guess this is the last piece. Let's see. So this is kind of nice because it does have this dustpan that is a touchless release. So if you push this down, it's supposed to pop open the bottom, and then all of your debris will fall right into the trash can. This is washable. You can use water to wash it. Let's see. I do believe that it comes off if you press this side button here. You should be able to pop it right off. So it does come off. It does have these filters on it. I believe that these are also washable. So that is kind of how you'll maintain your unit, is just kind of keeping this nice and clean. Maybe every few uses you'll go in and you'll actually wash this, let it dry fully, and then you'll be able to reuse it. So the thicker one goes in first, and then this one with the little pull tab out goes in second. And then you also have a filter inside here, and I believe this also comes out. It does, so you would be able to wash that as well. You just want to make sure that if you do choose to wash this, that you let it fully dry, maybe even set it outside in the sun to really evaporate all the water out of it before going back in to use it again. And I think that those are all of the removable pieces of this. Okay, so let's go ahead and put it together. Now I really should read the instructions, but I'm not really one for instructions, and from some of the videos that I've seen, it looks pretty straightforward to go ahead and put together, so let's give it a try. Okay. Something else that's kind of neat about this is that it has 3 different functions on it. If you look here, it has the bare floor, which is the first setting. Oh, I guess the battery's already charged in there. So you're gonna set it to the first setting, which is the bare floor. Then it has the second setting, which is the carpet, which of course is going to give you a little bit more suction power, probably a little bit faster spin speed for the brush heads. And then one last feature here is this is actually the max power mode. It's a little trigger right here that you can pull, and that's just going to give you a little bit of extra suction power while you are vacuuming. Okay, let's save that power for later. So your attachment here is just going to go right into the top part of it. Now you can also take this and use it as a handheld and attach your crevice tool in there if you want to take this out to the car really quick, or if you have a quick little mess to clean up, or if you're doing some dusting and you don't want the heavy arm on it, you can just attach this to it, or you can attach the actual arm onto it and then attach these little attachments to the arm to give you a little bit of extra height so you can reach the corners of your wall or wherever you're trying to clean with this, the fans, that kind of thing. Let's go ahead and take this off. I do not know. Okay. So I do not believe that this arm gets any longer. I've seen some that you can adjust the height of the arm, but I'll look into it a little bit more just to make sure, but it doesn't look like this one does adjust. So this is going to be the height of your unit. It's just one size. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just attach the bottom piece to the vacuum. Now, it does not stand on its own. It's a little bit too top heavy, so you definitely can't stand it on its own, but it does have a kind of nice feature where you can take this top piece off and you can click it onto the bottom, because the bottom does stand, it just can't support the weight of the top piece. So if you are storing it for charging, what you're gonna do is take this little yellow labeled it's kind of like a little clip, and you're just going to clip it onto the stand here, and that's going to hold the unit together as such for easy storage. And this is most likely how I would store it, to go ahead and use the charger. Have this maybe in a place where I have an outlet. The charger just goes right here, plugs into the top, and then of course you just plug this into your outlet, let it charge up. I will follow up after I read through the manual just to see some details about how long it takes to charge. I'll go ahead and test out how long I can actually run it on a fully charged battery. What I'm gonna do with this baby, since I just got it, is I'm excited to use it, so I'm gonna use it on a couple of things, let it kind of die out on its own, and then I'm going to fully charge the battery with it off, and then I'm going to do the test on it just like I would a cell phone. Whenever you buy like a new cell phone, it says to go ahead and run out the battery until it's fully dead, and then charge it completely before using it again to optimize the battery use. So that is what my plan is for this. I'll read the instructions to see if it says anything about that in the instructions. I'm sure it probably doesn't mention that, but I'm going to do that. So looking forward to going ahead and trying this. I think that's just about everything that I have for you right now. I will try it out and I will keep you up to date. So another option with this that I forgot to mention is that you can actually just attach this directly, the top directly to the bottom piece of it. This would be great for using on stairs or things like that. I just wanted to go ahead and quickly show you the spinning and the power of the head of the vacuum. So on the regular hard floor setting, on the carpet setting, definitely spins a lot faster, and then the turbo section. Okay friends, so you made it to the end of the video, and now it's time to talk about what we really thought. Overall, I think that this vacuum did a phenomenal job. The suction power of it was unlike any cordless vacuum I have ever used, and that is just the honest truth. It was powerful. I thought it did a great job picking up all of the debris from the area rug. The carpet, it had no trouble. You see a little bit of debris left over from the larger pieces, but going over it twice certainly picked it right up. The tile or hardwood floor, on the other hand, was a little bit different. Now, keep in mind, I was using the hard floor setting, so the brush was not spinning quite as ferociously as it was on the carpet setting, as well as the suction wasn't as strong. It had no problem picking up the finer debris, but when it came to the larger piles of the carpet piling that I used as a demonstration of what hair clumps would be like, it did kind of just push it around a little bit, and it wasn't until I lifted the vacuum that it actually sucked the hair right in. When I used it through the rest of my home that didn't have necessarily those big clumps of hair just clustered on the floor, it didn't have any trouble picking up anything else. But if you have an animal like a husky or a German shepherd that has that really thick undercoat, you might notice that you'll struggle a little bit more. I would suggest in those cases using the carpet setting or giving it an extra shot of the suction power. Lastly, on the tile, when we were picking up the larger debris, it's very clear that it just was kind of pushing it around. I think the reason for this is because of the lip being a little bit lower to the ground, that it doesn't quite have that gap that's large enough to pick up those large pieces. With the carpet section, I feel like you wouldn't really have to worry about this. So if you do have those little snacks that are falling on the floors, the Cheerios, I don't think that you would have an issue going in and getting it all up if you just gave it a little bit of extra suction power. However, on the hard floor setting, it just was not doing the job. Now on to my thoughts about the dust cup. I did vacuum my entire house and I didn't experience any issues with anything getting clumped up or stuck into the dust cup to where it wouldn't just fall out on its own. The last thing that I want to talk about is the best thing about this vacuum. It is the PowerFins. If I can give you any advice, if you have a pet or if you have long hair and you just experience hair wrap, get a vacuum with PowerFins from Shark. It doesn't have to be this model, but the PowerFins work. I vacuumed my entire house. There was not a single strand of hair wrapped on the brush roll whatsoever. It really did its job. When it says self-cleaning, it means it. I did not expect it to do that well. I thought, okay, you know, after a few uses, it will eventually start wrapping. But no, I don't expect this to wrap at all. It really is true to the advertisement, and I would never go to another vacuum that has a standard brush roll again. I will say you need to make sure that you're careful not to suck up anything like a toothpick in my case, because it will clog up your vacuum. My fiance, he just loves to use toothpicks, so we have toothpicks all over the place sometimes, and so I did end up sucking one up, which caused a little bit of a clump. It didn't affect the vacuum's performance at all, but it did cause a little clump of hair to gather at the bottom of the vacuum, which I just had to take out. And in this video, you see, the process of that. Now let's get into runtime. So I was really impressed by the amount of time I got out of a fully charged battery. With the carpet setting, I was able to get 20 minutes exactly. With the hard floor setting, I was able to get 28 minutes, almost 30 minutes, which was really impressive. It only took 3 hours to charge the battery fully. That was also something that was really nice because it did not affect my ability to get everything done. But overall, I love this vacuum. I'll continue to use it. I'm definitely going to give you a follow-up in about 6 months to let you know if I still love it. There's a couple of things that I noticed in some more inexpensive brands that I've bought, such as them not being powerful enough to suck things up like rocks or kitty litter or larger debris, and I'll turn the vacuum off and I'll pick it up and then just everything falls out of it. So I'm going to be making sure to monitor that. Well, there you have it, everyone. Thank you so much again for watching. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Those things really help me out, and I so appreciate it. Until next time.